Hi everybody. So I am still alive after surgery. It's been almost a week, so I thought I better give you a quick update and just let you know how it goes. So, high level summary, if you've only got another 5 seconds. Surgery went really well. Best outcome I could have actually got from a surgeon's perspective. And I escaped the hospital pretty much unscathed, in good time, and started my healing and road to recovery this week. So I went in on the Wednesday morning, was in hospital for 7, literally like 7:05 was getting taken away for surgery prep. So had a cannula, got gowned up, had an enema, not fun, don't recommend. What else? Went through all the usual chat, why am I here? Yep. And then did, I can't remember what else. Had a few more bits and pieces. My anaesthetist came in, who was absolutely fantastic, I have to say. So they talked me through everything, talked me through the pain management and what was going to happen pre-surgery, and then got taken away to the anaesthetist room next to theatre. So I had a spinal, don't know what it's called, basically a needle put into the spine for basically pain, which numbed the lower half of my body. And then the team just talked me through the last few bits and pieces and eased me off to sleep. And I thought I would mention this because it really gave me a lot of confidence. About 5 seconds before I zonked, they were so nice and just chit-chatting and talked, were keeping me calm when they were doing the spinal thing, because that's not a nice thing to go through. And then I'm like nodding off and they're, can you feel woozy yet? And I wasn't quite there. And then obviously they could tell based on my pupils from pure dilating that I was just about there. And just as I nodded off, my anaesthetist said, don't worry Jenny, we'll really look after you. We'll see you on the other side, or something like that. And I remember from my first operation and this one, there was always at least one. I mean, the whole team were nice. They really took care of me, and made me feel like a person, which in a NHS system is difficult. But in both sets of operations, there was one person in particular who was just fantastic, and I really felt like they cared about me as a person. So anyway, shout out to my anaesthetist. And then op went well. They rejoined everything. They managed to do everything through the stoma hole, keyhole, and basically joined everything up, tidied a few things internally through the stoma hole, and then I expected them to close me up, but turns out the closing of the stoma hole wasn't what I thought. So I'll tell you that story just now, and then I'll give you a part 2 tomorrow on my escape from hospital the second time. So the stoma hole, I had expected them, so my stoma hole was about 3 centimetres across, because that was the size of my large intestine. So I had expected them to just take the top and the bottom and sew them together, and tidy things up. So I would end up with a scar that was just a horizontal line. And what they ended up doing is, when they took the dressing off, I think on day 2 or day 3 after the operation, I basically had a smaller hole still in my abdomen, with a little bit of gauze over the top of it. And I asked my surgeon why did I have an open wound? And the explanation was, no matter how many times they try to clean a wound like that, they're never ever going to be able to get all of the bacteria out. So what they do is they close it up a little bit. So I think it went from about 3 centimeters across to kind of like the size of a 1p piece, which is what I saw. And then they leave it open, and they leave a little bit of gauze that kind of goes in the hole that gathers all the bacteria that they call the wick. And when the dressing gets changed, they wheek out the wick, tidy things up, clean things up, and then when they redress, they put another bit of gauze and another little bit of a little bit in the hole. And every time the dressing gets changed, you should see the hole start to shrink as everything starts to heal and tighten up. So the day I left hospital, was the day it was about maybe 5 centimeters, and then I had 2 days at home where I changed the dressing myself. And when I did that yesterday or the day before, the hole had changed from a 5p piece to like a little garden pea. So kind of cool. What I'll do is, once it's closed, I'll give you a little squint at it if you want, or you can avert your eyes until I tell you to if you're not into the gore. So what my surgeon did say is, it'll just look like I've taken a bullet, which is kind of cool. I think I prefer taking a bullet or being shot to bowel cancer story any day. Yeah, so that's it. So we're on, last time I looked, garden pea. Hopefully next time I look, might be like the size of one of those like Millions sweeties. Don't know, we'll see. I'll let you know. But I'm still alive, I'm still kicking, and everything else is healing, and I'm making steady progress and just being patient. And there's a whole other video just on how the bowels are going now that the plumbing has been reattached, and what that means, because I've had a few people asking a variety of different questions all around. Am I going to have to learn how to poo again? What about wind? And all that good stuff. So you've got more of that to come over the next week or so. So yeah, all good. I'll see you tomorrow, where I'll give you a bit more update on the hospital escape and where I am moving forward.